Good morning and welcome. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the 6th day of January 2022. It is 51 degrees and clear here in Ventura, California. And I am your guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, and general internet nonsense. And it is time for some news / general internet nonsense. We have some news from Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro. Wizards of the Coast President Chris Cook is now the acting CEO of Hasbro. Hasbro has announced that the board of directors has appointed Chris Cook as Chief Executive Officer and member of the board of directors effective February 25th, 2022. Mr. Cook is currently serving as the President and Chief Operating Officer of Hasbro's Wizards of the Coast and Digital Gaming Division. He will succeed interim CEO Rich Stoddart, who is appointed following the October passing of Hasbro's longtime CEO Brian Galdar. So, obviously, this is important news, especially for Dungeons & Dragons and Hasbro. This is a Wizards of the Coast guy who's now in charge of Hasbro, so this could mean good things, but more likely than not, bad things, but because this is probably a guy who is on the Wizards of the Coast train, thinking that, the direction of Wizards of the Coast is going, because it made money, is the direction all of Hasbro should go, which might mean bad news for the S&D20, because they might decide that instead of having Renegade Press do S&D20, to have Wizards of the Coast do S&D20, or just cancel the S&D20 altogether and just have Wizards of the Coast do the Power Rangers, Transformers, and G.I. Joe role-playing game, which would be an awful choice. I was really 100% behind Renegade doing these three games and having a D20 game for the Hasbro IPs that was not controlled by Wizards of the Coast. Obviously, Wizards, because Chris Cooks has had his hands in all the decisions Wizards of the Coast has made over the past year, really don't know how to think about that. I mean, let's face it, the last few choices Wizards of the Coast has made have been awful, and Wizards of the Coast is losing money. Yes, Wizards of the Coast made Hasbro a lot of money in 2018, 2019, 2020, because of COVID and because of Magic the Gathering. But compared to 2021, where the money was down $118 million loss, and we're already looking at a huge loss, because if the rumors are true, Strixhaven sales are abysmal and Magic sales are starting to dwindle. So, yeah. And this guy has definitely got a reputation of cocking up Wizards of the Coast and having his hands in the latest choices that Wizards of the Coast made regarding the errata dump that we saw at the end of the year 2021. So having a Wizards of the Coast guy now as the CEO as Hasbro might be a good thing. I mean, because up till now, he's definitely directed Wizards of the Coast in a direction to make a lot of money, except for the last 2 years. Or it might be a horrible thing, because it means that this is an individual who thinks that Wizards of the Coast is the main way for Hasbro to make money, and that it might abandon Transformers, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, all the other titles that Hasbro holds the IP to. And let's face it, Hasbro's done an incredible job with Power Rangers the last few years. Revitalizing the franchise. The Lightning Collection is amazing. Being able to get the access to the current Sentai and convert it to American, although they haven't really done a great job with Ryuko Soul, but better than what was going on before. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Obviously, if you're a 5e fan, you think this is a good thing, because it means that it might be more support and money for 5e and more abilities to make D&D more accessible to the general public. And here's somebody who has their hands on the pulse of what the 5e crowd wants, except, of course, we know what the 5e crowd wants and what Wizards of the Coast thinks the 5e crowd wants are currently appearing to be two different things. So this might be good news for Hasbro. It might be bad news for Hasbro. As a Power Rangers, Transformers, G.I. Joe fan, as somebody who really wanted to see the Essence D20 license be carried by Renegade and not have Wizards of the Coast have anything to do with it, I am very trepidatious that this individual will decide to take the IPs away from Renegade and bring them back to Wizards of the Coast. Or I could be completely wrong. This guy is, knee deep in Wizards of the Coast, and he's seen the choices that Wizards of the Coast has made that have been successful. And now he's seen over the last year the choices that Wizards of the Coast has made that have been not successful. He's right there. He's seen the responses to the errata dump. He's seeing the negative responses. He's seeing the sales of Strixhaven's, collapse. He's seeing what's going on with Activision and the digital division not really doing much of anything. He's seeing, that Magic is definitely petering off. So this might be a guy who's going to go, okay, here are the successes that Hasbro's made, Wizards of the Coast has made. Here are the failures Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast has made. Let's, chart a new course because 2024 is coming up, and we've got to worry about how the competition is going to come against us with D&D 5.5/D&D 6 coming out. And if we lose Critical Role, that's going to be huge. So, I don't know. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Obviously, I'm more concerned about the other IPs, Transformers, Hasbro, stuff like that, Power Rangers, than I am Dungeons & Dragons, because, I am currently in the minority who thinks that what Wizards of the Coast has done with D&D has not been good choices, both as a fan of Dungeons & Dragons and as a fan of 5th edition. Yes, I will admit I was a fan of 5th edition, but the choices they have made, especially the political choices they have made, have really just sort of soured me against 5e, which is still an okay game. But obviously, really my main concern is, what are they going to do with Power Rangers? Please, you've done such a good job lately with the toys and the converting and taking the IP and making it approachable. And there was some really good stuff in what you did with Rio Soul. Of course, there was also some really awful stuff in Rio Soul. So let's see. Anyways, that's the news. Congratulations to Chris Cooks, who is the new acting CEO of Hasbro going forward, unless things change. What do you think of this news? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Is this the kind of guy who will maybe, pull 5th edition out of the trash fire as it's become? Or is this the kind of guy who's going to just push it even deeper? What do you think? Do you care? Or are you like me and you don't really care about D&D, but you're concerned about G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Power Rangers and Star Wars? Let me know down below. If you want to see more news like this, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 1,000 subs by August 4th. If you want to know where this picture is from, comment down below. Until next time, I have been the OGGM. Go, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Talk to you later.